When a woman gets married, after some time, external influences start influencing her decision as regards her marriage. She begins to think that there can be better offers outside, especially when she's on the gram and she still see young guys and different shades of men asking her out. It gives her this mentality that, when I leave my marriage, I would definitely land a better guy. It might look like an interesting decision when maybe she has one or two friends that have been married and divorced, and they have been telling her, go on, girl, make the decision. And they've not really told her the harsh truth about what she's going to experience after she leaves. And like they say, women keep their fellow women single. She finally gets the courage. Few months in, after the divorce has been settled, she begins to think, why did I make that decision? That's what we'll be talking about in today's video. Why do women ask for divorce and then wish they didn't? Number one is the dating market shock. Every woman that has passed through divorce, whether from the age of 25 to the age of 55, has this belief that there are better options when they leave their marriage. If you've watched different videos, especially on YouTube, from channels like Kevin Samuels, you get married at the age of 25, had 3 kids, and for some reason or the other, you file divorce. You believe, based on the videos you've been seeing on TikTok streets, that you could see a better man. You register on different social media apps like Bumble, Tinder, and the likes. The moment you're able to see the guy, that meets up with this qualification, you start chatting. It seems interesting. You guys go on the first date. It looks so romantic. It was like the best feeling you've had. But you decided to, still hold on or hold back a bit just to see how things go on. Few weeks after, things became, romantic. You had another date. And from there, you invited him over to your house. You had some serious discussions, and it made you know that the reason why he's not been married is because he's looking for the perfect bride. Now, after you heard that, you were enticed, thinking that despite the fact that, you've told him your story, he was going to see you in that light. Things became romantic, and that night, you guys had sex. The next morning, before you woke up, he had dressed up, packed his things, and left your house. And his number has been blocked, his Tinder account deleted. Then you begin to wonder, what did I do wrong? This is the pattern that happens to most of the divorced women that are currently in the United States and in the UK today. 2, financial reality hits hard. Like they say, 2 heads are better than one. Even the Bible says, if one would chase 1,000, 2 would chase 10,000. This typically means that when 2 heads come together to stand as a family, finances don't seem much of a burden anymore. I mean, whether you're dividing your responsibilities by 60-30, 70-20, whatever ratio or percentage that you're dividing your finances, you notice that especially for women, there are benefits that they gain when they get married and the husband decided to take responsibility of a higher share of the financial burden of the family. The fact that they have to now fend for themselves, pay their electricity bill, pay their rent, take care of food, 3 is the emotional consequences. We think that we can do without someone in our lives. And this is true. But the fact is, it is not easy when you've lived 10 years, 5 years, 15 years of your life as a couple. And for no just reason, you ask for divorce. When you begin to live your life as a divorcee or a single lady, as most women will say, that vacuum, that space is never the way it used to be. I mean, before you go to sleep as a married woman, you have your husband cuddle you, you guys have some kisses, the little spanking on the bum. All those, they go a long way in making you feel that you are not alone in this life, in anything you're passing through. But this changes when you are now a divorcee. So basically, you go to bed alone, make your decisions alone. You don't even have someone there that is going to tell you, okay, let's do it this way, let's do it that way. And the emotional trauma this causes is another reason why most women wish that they could have settled things with their husbands. 4 is co-parenting struggles. Even when parents are together raising their kids, it's not easy taking care of a child or children. The shared responsibility amongst you guys makes things a bit tougher. But the advantage that both of you have is you staying or living in one home. I mean, while one person is at work, the other person is at home. All this makes parenting very easy for couples. But divorced women think that parenting is the same as co-parenting. They are not the same. When many divorced women, start living independently, most women now begin to see how difficult it is in raising children. You have your child with you from Monday to Friday. You have series of dates to meet, guys that would give you the attention, but you can't go. Why? Because you have your kids at home and there's no one to stay with them. Even when you have someone to stay with them, there is a time limit, there's a time frame at which you must go on these dates and come back home. So this is another shocker. 5th is the what have I done moment. When a woman wants a divorce, it's like there is nothing that can literally change her mind. And the best thing that could happen to her during this moment is on social media, she starts seeing different divorce stories from women that have explained how their journey went like and how they've been able to bag a better man, how they've been able to get a better job, how they've been able to, light up their sex life, ignite their sex life again. All this increases the morale for her to push on with the divorce. Fast forward, she's able to push with the divorce, land, a better deal as a divorcee. But as time goes by, all the points I've mentioned from 1 to 4 begins to happen one after the other. With this brings the lonely night. I mean, at this point, there are guys that are just willing to smash and run. So you don't have these guys staying over the night, giving you some cuddles, giving you some encouragement. And during this night, you first of all find it hard to sleep as a woman. Even after you've been able to sleep, peradventure you woke up during the midnight because you had to pee or you had to quickly do something. This is when these thoughts begin to come to your mind that, what have I done? I mean, this man tried everything. He tried to make it work. He tried to make sure that, we don't go our separate ways. He begged, he apologized, but I didn't listen. We have stories like this on YouTube where women tell, you that they wish that they hadn't, divorced their husbands. Rounding up, the grass is always greener on the other side. Many a times, what many of us see on social media are not real, especially when a woman tells you success stories. It is one of the most interesting success story that women are better storytellers. And when she's passing through regrets after divorce, there's likelihood that she would not tell you all those things that she has passed through. The cold night, the day that, ovulation is at its peak and there is no guy just to warm up to you. All this will not be said. But at the end of the day, it is very good for women not to be pressured to make decisions like this in a hurry. I hope this video was insightful. Like, share, comment. I want to hear, please drop your comment on this video. I want to hear your opinion about what I've just shared. And I'll see you guys in the next one.